Here we go.
What's going on? We're back for another edition of the Funtendo Game Show, where we give you game, we talk about life, and we talk about everything that matters to you.
100%.
Let's jump right into the show. Today, we're going to discuss the simp matrix.
Are you sure you want to hear this?
I know a lot of you fellas out there are wondering what it is. We've discussed what simping is.
At last.
So, the simp matrix is an extension of simping, but on a much larger level.
Gotcha.
The simp matrix is
A prison
kind of hard to explain
for your mind.
but I'm gonna jump into the show.
Got it.
And I'm gonna let Neo
Here's
and
the one.
Morpheus tell you a little bit more about what it really is.
This is the construct. It's our loading program. We can load anything from clothing to equipment, weapons, training simulations, anything we need.
Right now, we're inside a computer program.
Is it really so hard to believe? Your clothes are different, the plugs in your arms and head are gone. Your hair has changed. Your appearance now is what we call residual self-image. It is the mental projection of your digital self.
This isn't real.
What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain. This is the world that you know. The world as it was at the end of the 20th century. It exists now only as part of a neural interactive simulation that we call the Matrix. You've been living in a dream world, Neo. This is the world as it exists today.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
We have only bits and pieces of information, but what we know for certain is that at some point in the early 21st century, all of mankind was united in celebration. We marveled at our own magnificence as we gave birth to AI.
AI. Artificial intelligence.
A singular consciousness that spawned an entire race of machines. We don't know who struck first, us or them, but we know that it was us that scorched the sky. At the time, they were dependent on solar power, and it was believed that they would be unable to survive without an energy source as abundant as the sun. Throughout human history, we have been dependent on machines to survive. Fate, it seems, is not without a sense of irony. What is the Matrix? Control. The Matrix is a computer-generated dream world, built to keep us under control in order to change a human being into this.
No. I don't believe it. It's not possible.
I didn't say it would be easy, Neo. I just said it would be the truth.
Stop. Let me out. Let me out. I want out.
In order for us to understand, let's dive into these key vocabulary words that will help you get more familiar with the construct so that at one point you may be able to free your mind from the Simtrix.
Open the door.
OSIMP.
Unbelievable.
Open Standard Information Manipulation Project.
The Matrix.
SIMP. Standard Information Manipulation Protocol.
The elevator.
Protocol used for manipulation.
This is the construct.
SW, the acronym for simpware.
The Matrix is everywhere.
Software code designed to turn you into a simp.
It's our loading program.
SWA, simp weakness attack.
Impossible.
SVE, simp vulnerability exposure.
Jesus Christ!
SVSS,
Something's real!
simp vulnerability scoring system. CIS, cross internet simping.
They're watching you.
STM, simp threat modeling.
Check him.
CDOD, continuous download of dummy data.
How long?
Team, time, energy, attention, and money.
I disagree.
APIP, a private interface part, physical hardware.
I don't know if you're ready to see what I want to show
Today
you.
we're going to jump into the top 10 simp matrix vulnerabilities outlined by the OSIMP top 10 vulnerabilities. This is the Simtrix Tech Edition for you tech geeks out there.
The Matrix is a computer-generated dream world built to keep us under control.
We're also going to break this down to anybody that's willing and wants to listen.
The Oracle.
I'm going to provide you with a lot of good information today that could help you potentially break out of
The construct.
They'll be able to track it.
which will allow you to free your mind, body, and soul from the construct.
The Matrix is a computer-generated dream world.
Number 1, the first SWA, being accessible continuously.
Sweet dreams.
The simp weakness attack is mapped to being continuously accessible, allowing women to access you all the time with no standard operating protocol in place. Via phone at any time of the day, via text at any time of the day, direct message over social media, email, in person, etc. This can lead to your operating system being compromised and turned into an SOS, which is a simp operating system. I think we have an incoming attack. Fellas, we're under attack. We're under attack. Guys, stick with me here. I'm going to try to get through the next set of vulnerabilities so you can understand how you can protect yourself in case the next attack hits. Because there will be another attack.
Good. Adaptation, improvisation. But your weakness is not your technique.
Woo. Fight back. Fight that simp attack off. Woo. All right, fellas, we're under constant attack. We have to fight back. Let me jump into these other vulnerabilities so we can keep this show moving and get you the information that you need so you won't have your operating system compromised and you will not have to turn into the simp operating system. Number 2, pornographic content addiction. The focus here is on failures related to pornographic content addiction, which often leads to sensitive data exposure, financial exploits, or simp operating system compromise. Allowing pornographic content to infiltrate your life and compromise your operating system through frequent consumption, leading to a simp operating system. Number 3, SWA, cross-internet simping. Simp content injection. 94% of the OSs were tested for some form of CIS injection. And the 33 SWAs mapped into this category have the second most occurrences in the simp operating system. When a user consumes content over the internet, which includes thirst trap videos, thought talk, insta-thought, snap thought, simp music, examples include R&B music, love songs, country, pop, K-pop, pornography, photos, videos, etc. Anything that can compromise the OS and turn your OS into a SOS, a simp operating system. SWA. Number 4, insecurity downfall attack is a new category for 2024 with a focus on the risks related to insecurity flaws. If we genuinely want to level up as an industry, it calls for more use of simp threat modeling, masculine patterns and principles. Makes sense. This attack is caused by personal insecurity. Direct influences are low self-confidence, lack of discipline, lack of strong belief system, lack of strong morals, and good values. Oh man, fellas, we got another incoming attack. Guys, they're hitting us with another thirst trap video. Alright, fellas, we handled that attack. Let's jump into the next set of the top 10 OSIMP vulnerabilities. Number 5, systematic manipulation. 90% of OS were tested for some form of manipulation. With more levels ups into highly configurable software, it's not surprising to see map to this category move up. This attack is a continuous download of dummy data, which includes programming from the media, from family and friends, consumption of fake news content, the included simp weakness attack. This attack is executed by pushing out misinformation to men. Examples include your uncle or dad saying, cheaper to keep her. Happy wife, happy life. This is important, people. If you get your information from bad sources, then you yourself are compromised. You don't want your OS to turn into an SOS, because when you turn from an OS to an SOS, now you really need help. Number 6, SWA06. Vulnerable and outdated information. This category is a known issue that we struggle to test and assess risk. It is the only category not to have a simp vulnerability exposure. Happy wife, happy life. Money is the root of all evil. Women don't like S3X. Men cheat more than women. Guys, I hope you're taking notes today, because we're going to try to help you get out of the simp matrix.
This
Now
is the construct.
What needs to happen here is you got to cut off these communications to these people that are feeding you simp viruses. They are feeding you simp Trojans. They're hitting you with all types of attacks and simp information manipulation protocols that are compromising your operating system. Now, a lot of you guys don't have any scanning tools that are scanning for these simp viruses, Trojans, and simp operating system vulnerabilities. So how are you going to know if you don't have any scanning tools going? Let's be honest here. If you don't have any points of detection, how are you going to detect an attack? You're not going to. You're going to be vulnerable to these types of attacks. You're going to be vulnerable until you figure out a way to either get informed so that you're not vulnerable to these attacks anymore, or you're going to have to get a combination of information along with a simp malware scanning package. Guys, this simpware is deeply rooted into your operating system. It's been there since you were born. This simp malware is taking over your life as you grow older, and it's damaging your ability to think and to use your brain. You're being influenced from every direction by these simp vulnerabilities. You're being influenced by television, by TV shows, by Netflix agenda, by Amazon Prime agenda, by music, country music, R&B music, pop music, love songs. All of these things are breaking you down. You're being influenced by social media, Thought Talk, TikTok, Snap Thought, Insta Thought. All of these platforms are slowly feeding you both misinformation and activating the viruses that are already infiltrated your computer code. Your operating system is compromised, fellas. Until you realize that your operating system is compromised, you're not going to go seek the information. You're not going to go get yourself a simp malware scanning program. But this is a critical piece of the puzzle. We have another attack incoming.
Upgrades.
up, girl. Back up.
They all look they're all hot. I'm just saying.
What? Guys, I'm getting tired fighting off these attacks. It's making me weak. Every time we fight off another woman, another thirst trap appears. But let me get back into it. I got to get you guys through the next couple of vulnerabilities, and we got to continue to talk about how we can rid ourselves of these viruses and these vulnerabilities. Number 7. SWA-07. Identification and authentication failures now include SWAs that are more related to identification failures. Attack is executed when you don't identify threats and validate women as authentic before allowing them to access your OS.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
If not properly identified and validated, the attacker can now download simpware viruses and Trojans into your operating system.
All I see is blonde, brunette, redhead.
Gotta get that information, guys. Gotta go get yourself some simpware antivirus.
AI. I mean artificial intelligence.
All right. Number 8. SOS and direct message failures is a new category in 2024, focusing on making assumptions related to OS updates, critical information, and CDOD pipelines without verifying integrity.
Definitely.
One of the highest weighted impacts from SIMP vulnerability and attack simple vulnerability scoring system, SVSS, data mapped to the 10 SWAs in this category.
Do I make myself clear?
I don't know what that means, guys, but we're vulnerable. That's basically what it's saying. We're vulnerable. There's tons of attacks that can be taken out against the SIMP operating system. There's also tons of SIMP vulnerability attacks. Now, the SIMP vulnerability scoring system is used to understand how weak or how strong that attack is compared to your weaknesses that you have with the SIMP vulnerability attacks.
I brought you here to warn you.
The body cannot live without the mind.
This attack is executed when an attacker sends direct messages to your OS that may include simpware, viruses, Trojans, or other content that can include vulnerabilities. Cross-internet SIMP injection. Sissy. Okay, fellas.
Unbelievable.
This is an important attack.
Isn't it?
Okay, let's get into cross-internet SIMP injection.
Too late.
Basically what
God
it
damn
is,
you.
it's an attack over the internet. You're consuming some type of content or allowing them direct access to your operating system where, again, they could download simpware directly to your operating system and turn you into a SIMP operating system. In terms of the cross-internet SIMP injection, this is a remote attack. This could be executed via a remote attack tool such as a RAT, or it could be an email, it could be a direct message, it could be a text message. There's many ways for them to execute this cross-internet SIMP injection.
My computer,
You could download a file, a picture, and it could have a virus included in that picture. You could download a video. There could be a SIMP malware included, and there could be code that would include the cross-internet SIMP injection.
Why didn't I take
You guys following me? Now, we're going to keep it basic here, but there's other worms and other types of attacks that could be perpetrated against your operating system. So it's important for you guys to get this information so that you can get the correct software updates via information and shut down these simp operating system vulnerabilities. Because if you are cross-internet simp injected, this particular attack has the potential to drain your entire life, drain your life savings, affect your reputation, damage your soul. Now, it might not sound that dangerous.
Welcome
but guys,
to the real world.
This cross-internet simp injection attack, this is probably, in my opinion, one of the top attacks that is being executed out here. Another example of the cross-internet simp injection attack is the romance scam. These romance scams are being perpetrated from various different countries around the world, and there's actually camps set up where people are just dialing phone numbers, contacting older people, contacting lonely men, contacting people that might be potentially vulnerable to a cross-internet simp injection attack. They're going to contact you at your loneliest moment. They're never going to show their face on camera. They're never going to call you. It's just going to be written communication. You might get a voice message, but it's not going to be a real person. Because the real person is a man. The real person is some ugly woman that you would never, ever even think about. This romance scam, fellas, is called the pig butchering scam. And the reason why it's called the pig butchering scam is because they're fattening the pig up, which is you, the simps, up to be slaughtered.
It's an agent!
Alright,
I repeat, we are under attack!
let's get into the next one. SWA 9. OS lying and manipulation failures. This category is expanded to include more types of failures. It's challenging to test for and isn't well represented in the SIMP vulnerability attack and SIMP vulnerability scoring system data. However, failures in this category can directly impact visibility, including incident alerting and forensics.
I think the Matrix can be more real than this world.
Gonna be another subject for another day, but that virus, that SIMP virus that's operating in your code, that's a part of your DNA, it might be so deeply rooted, hard rooted, that you might actually need new hardware. Now, that's going to cost you a lot out here, guys. I'm not saying you have to do it, but if you want to get back to normal and you caught one of these viruses that you cannot get rid of with just a software update, with just regular
I don't even
SIMP
see the code.
vulnerability attack,
I believe I can bring it
virus
back.
and malware scanning, then the last resort is new hardware. I mean, I got to give it to you guys straight. This attack is executed when you are lied to and manipulated at the expense of yourself for another person's benefit to extract time, energy, attention, and money.
As long as the Matrix exists, the human race will never be free.
Lied to is a form of manipulation. And if you cannot detect these lies, if your operating system has been converted over to a SIMP operating system, these lies are going to be indetectable. And the SIMP viruses are going to replicate in your DNA. That's just the way it is. I'm just providing the message. Don't shoot the messenger. Listen up, guys. These attacks are real. Now, you might not think it's real, but if you look around at the state of a lot of men's lives, they're under constant attack for simp vulnerabilities that they have. Women are very sophisticated. There's different levels of women. There's regular women. There's women that know the game. There's women that are apex predators in this game. And these apex women, they know all the vulnerabilities. They know all the attacks. They know how to execute every single one of these simp top 10 vulnerability attacks on you. Know the game. There's women that are apex predators in this game. And these apex predator women, they know all the vulnerabilities. They know all the attacks. They know how to execute every single one of these simp top 10 vulnerability attacks on you. They know all of the vulnerabilities. They know all the back doors. And they know that your family planted a virus in you from a young age. They knew that your mom backdoored you. They knew that your auntie backdoored you. They knew that your female cousins backdoored you. They knew that all the women that you've been dealing with have downloaded malware, simpware, viruses, simpware. And now you've got so many simpware programs running in you. You're malfunctioning out here. Malfunctioning out here. Women, they know all the vulnerabilities. They know all the attacks. They know how to execute every single one of these simp top 10 vulnerability attacks on you. They know all of the vulnerabilities. They know all the back doors. And they know that your family planted a virus in you from a young age. They knew that your mom backdoored you. They knew that your auntie backdoored you. They knew that your female cousins backdoored you. They knew that all the women that you've been dealing with have downloaded malware, simpware, viruses, simpware. And now you've got so many simpware programs running in you. You're malfunctioning out here. Malfunctioning out here. Fellas, let's jump into number 10. We got another incoming attack we got to handle. All right. Let's get to it. What a simp would do right now. He would be looking for information right now and trying to reach out and contact her to send her some money. He's going to PayPal it. He's going to Zelle it. He's going to Cash App it. He's going to direct wire transfer to her. This man might even go to the bank and fly across the country and bring a bag of cash over to drop in her lap. Guys, what are we gonna do here? We're under attack. I'm worn down. I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. I gotta keep it 100. I'm worn down. They're attacking me from all different angles. You know, like I said, my operating system is hardened. The file system's hardened. The network is hardened. I've got my own proprietary system that I use to eradicate my operating system should I catch a virus. Oh my goodness, guys. Guys, we got another incoming attack. They keep attacking us. Can you guys help me out over here? Can you guys help me out?
Slide to the left. Crisscross, turn around. Crisscross, turn around. Down low. Down low. Down low. Down low.
About y'all, but all these thirst traps and all this fighting, I'm kind of hungry right now. Let's see what they got for us to eat.
Do we have a deal, Mr. Reagan?
You know, I know this steak doesn't exist.
What?
I know that when I put it in my mouth, the Matrix is telling my brain that it is juicy and delicious. After 9 years, you know what I realize? Ignorance is bliss.
Then we have a deal.
I don't want to remember nothing. Nothing. You understand? I don't want to be rich. You know, someone important. Like an actor.
Whatever you want, Mr. Reagan.
Okay. You get my body back in a power plant. Reinsert me into the Matrix. I'll get you what you want.
Access codes to the Zion Matrix.
Fellas, it's hard fighting off these thirst traps. It's hard fighting off this simp content. Oh my goodness, I don't know what we're gonna do out here. But let's get back to the show. Number 10. This attack is executed with direct access to you via your APIP physical hardware. You mean that? Ah, okay. This is a potentially very dangerous attack that happens when access is possible. Ah, so if they get physical access, they can run an APIP attack against my physical hardware. It is possible to catch a virus if you do not use protection. Ah, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of scary right now. It's very, very scary out in these times. I'm definitely not trying to have my operating system corrupted and turned into a simp operating system. And I definitely don't want to catch a virus. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm tired. Ah, we're under attack again.
Zapatillas, suela roja, bien puesta carga, brillan bonito. Nomás truenan los tacones, al caminar se le ve el estilo. Marca personal.
All right, fellas, I'm worn out. You guys got to fight this fight for me. I'm just gonna kick back and watch. You guys fight off these thirst traps. Fight off these tick dots. Fight off these insta thoughts. Oh, they got our back to the wall now. What are we going to do now?
We owe you for that. Drop your weapon.
Stay with me.
What about Neil?
He can handle himself.
Get in the back.
Woo! All right, fellas. So we ran through the top 10 OSIMP vulnerabilities in the SIMP matrix. I hope you were able to get a little bit of information out of this matrix, and I hope that you can cut down on some of the vulnerabilities that you have. You might want to think about some solutions that you can actually deploy. Fellas, you have to scan your operating system for simpware. That's a critical thing. If you're not monitoring logs and you don't have logs already set up, then you won't know that you have simpware downloaded to your operating system. Now, what you can do is check and see if your operating system has been compromised. If your operating system has been compromised and now you are running simpware, SOS, SIMP operating system, then you probably need to, like I said, get the virus scanning and vulnerability scanning package. Another option is for you to come back to the Funtendo game show and watch and soak up this knowledge on a regular basis, where we give you game, we talk about life, and we talk about everything that matters to you, including the SIMP matrix and topics just like this that affect your life. Oh my goodness, we're under attack. Guys, I told you. We are under attack constantly. There's nothing we can do to not be under attack. So the only thing that we can do is fight back.
Come check this.
Fellas, it's important to understand the value of STM, SIMP threat modeling. Now, what SIMP threat modeling is going to allow you to do is it's going to give you practice at trying to understand where your vulnerabilities might be. So essentially, you're going to simulate various different types of attacks against your operating system to determine if those particular weaknesses are there in your operating system. Now, what SIMP threat modeling is going to allow you to do is it's going to help you understand exactly where you need to build up your defenses. It's going to help you understand exactly where you need operating system updates. It's going to help you understand if the SIMP information manipulation protocol could be successfully targeted against your operating system. So fellas, don't discount SIMP threat modeling. Now, I'm just going to say this right off. Most women already do SIMP threat modeling just right off the rip. Right when they meet you and they start running you down on questions. Oh, what do you do for a living? Oh, where do you work at? Oh, what kind of car do you drive? Where do you live at? Do you live in an apartment or a house? What's your middle name? Right when they start asking those questions, they're running a SIMP threat model. And they're scoring you using the SIMP vulnerability scoring system. Hello? Hasn't anybody guys told you guys this already? I don't think so, but anyways, women are constantly scanning you. They're constantly running simp threat models. That's how they know where the weaknesses are. That's how they know where they can attack. That's how they know how to exploit your vulnerabilities that are in the simp matrix OSIMP top 10 vulnerabilities. All right, fellas, I broke you down on the OSIMP Open Standard Information Manipulation Project. I broke you down on SIMP, which stands for Standard Information Manipulation Protocol, the protocol used for manipulation. I broke you down on simpware software, code designed to turn you into a simp. I broke down simp weakness attacks. I broke down simp vulnerability exposures. I broke down simp vulnerability scoring system. We also discussed cross-internet simping as well as simp threat modeling. We also discussed continuous download of dummy data along with team, time, energy, attention, and money. And we also broke down APIP.
She from East Atlanta, so she like to get loose. Oh God, Casamigo, yeah, do some strong.
Oh my goodness.
They're inside.
Hurry, Neo.
Come on, Neo. Come on, Neo. You're the one. You're the one. What? Goodness. Neo.
Goodbye, Mr. Anderson.
Neo. I'm not afraid anymore.
Come on, Neo. We need you. Come on, Neo. Neo, you're the one. You're the one, Neo. What's going on?
He is the one.
Get out of here, fool. Guys, if your operating system has been infiltrated, I do have two solutions for you. Number one, you can download the Funtendo Simpware and virus scanning tool. Norton and McAfee will not work to eradicate simp viruses or Trojans. This is very critical. Number two, daily downloads and viewing of the Funtendo game show, where we give you game, we talk about life, and we talk about everything that matters to you. That's going to wrap it up for today's episode of the Funtendo Game Show, where we give you game, we talk about life, and we talk about everything that matters to you. And remember, when you got
100%.
game, life ain't the same.
What? You ain't got no balls.
Say what you tell me.
Let's just be honest.
Say what you tell me.
Let's just be.
Say one time.
You ain't got no You ain't got no doubt.
See you next time.